We're at the DEMA show 2025, and I'm going to show you what's new in the diving industry, so come along. There's a lot of things happening this year, from compact gas analyzers, Gore-Tex dry suits, eco-friendly wetsuits, to new BCDs, fog-free masks, new dive computers from Suunto and Garmin, and we're even looking at underwater internet. First up, we headed to the Scubapro booth, where we had a look at the new Scubapro's Hydros 2, the successor to one of the most popular BCDs out there. It keeps the same BCD for life modular design, and it's about 10% lighter and with fast-drying material all over, so it barely holds any water. The biggest change is the weight system, a monorail system where the pocket slides in with 3 clicks to make sure it's on safely. Easy to don and doff even when you're wearing the BCD. Comes in different sizes and in an array of different colors as well. We already got one for testing, so subscribe if you want to see the full in-depth review that will come out later this year. Scubapro also showed us a few of the new regulators, different combos of the regulators, new rash guards, and of course the popular Sea-Wing Supernova fins. Now let's look at something for the gas nuts. We stopped by the Halcyon booth that showed us their new colorful wing systems with trim pockets uniquely placed inside the wings, fins with adjustable weights, and even a new gas analyzer. The idea is simple: make an analyzer small and easy to travel with. Inside you get a standard galvanic O2 sensor, a helium sensor based on ultrasound, which means it doesn't wear out, and a CO2 sensor. It plugs straight into the app as part of the Symbios ecosystem, so you can configure it, log your mixes, and transfer all that data straight to your dive computer if you have this Symbios dive computers. We have a review of that one up here. And you can even connect wirelessly to a printer and print out waterproof plastic stickers to put straight to your tank. From gas to gadgets. Over at the Shearwater booth, we looked at their new big release this season, the Swift GPS transmitter. So it's an upgrade to their Swift air integration transmitter. In addition to sending your gas pressure to the dive computer, it also adds your location, effectively making any Shearwater air integrated dive computer location enabled. That means your old Shearwater dive computers, if they are transmitter capable, can now lock you entry and exit points. It also means you don't need to go and upgrade your dive computer, but only your transmitter. Alongside that, Shearwater is also rolling out a brand new app called Dive Shearwater, which will become the new hub for locking your dives and GPS data when it's launching later in December. At the Suunto booth, we spent some serious time with the new Nordic and the smaller Nordic S dive computers. The Nordic is a pure large screen dive computer with a bright AMOLED screen. It works for recreational and technical diving with multiple gases, up to 5 tank pods, really smart side mount handling, a powerful built-in dive planner and GPS routes and tracking and all that you can look at in the Suunto app. Plus it has around 120 hours of battery life in dive mode. It's depth rated down to 200 meters, so again, works for serious technical divers. The Nordic S is a slimmer, more affordable option and packs essentially the same dive features as the Suunto Ocean, but without the sports and outdoor modes. At the Fourth Element booth, we checked out a really interesting eco wetsuit. Their new Xenox is made from 82% bio-based rubber from sustainably farmed trees, mixed with recycled car tires and even waste from shellfish production, then lined with recycled polyester made from plastic bottles, and finished with a water-based glue and prints. The cool thing is you don't have to sacrifice performance for sustainability. It's super stretchy, warm, and performs on par with traditional neoprene, and it costs the same. So as divers, we finally get a suit that's kind to the ocean and feels great in the water without paying a premium eco price. Fantastic to see the dive industry is taking responsibility. At Rite, they continue to refine details that make technical diving smoother and more streamlined. They had a handful of new products. Meet the Nomad Mini, a compact side mount system built specifically for aluminium cylinders and warm water cave or Senate style diving. It delivers clean trim, 25 pounds of lift, and the same reliable platform as the Nomad Ray. For lighting, the GX40 canister light brings some serious performance in a sleek, latchless design. From simple piezo switch, multiple power modes, long burn time, and a built-in travel lock that keeps it ready from caves to carry on. We went on to the head water sports pavilion where we found Aqualung, Apeks, Maris, SSI, and SOX all under the same roof for the first time after the Aqualung Apeks acquisition earlier this year. First up was Aqualung's FitFlex 2-piece wetsuit, a 3mm jacket and pants system with rails that locks the top and bottom together so it won't ride up even when you're doing a giant stride. We saw this last year as well, but it's not actually been available before now. We also saw Maris's new Planet 88X regulator system with the upstream airmatic breathing that replaces the traditional mechanic spring with a pneumatic valve, creating an effortless and more natural breathing. Maris is calling it their best ever breathing regulator, and I cannot wait to test this claim in a full in-depth review soon. Also great news for the Apeks fans, the arcade tree fins are back in stock. At the XDEEP booth, we saw their Seal dry suit. It's currently the only one that I know of that is made from Gore-Tex. That's right, Gore-Tex is this light, durable, and breathable, as well as waterproof material that you know from your outdoor products like a waterproof jacket. But for divers who are gearing up in hot environments and spend a lot of time topside with a suit on, this breathability of a suit really is a game changer. The suit keeps all the familiar designs with large pockets, and it even has a non-covered pocket that really works well for slates with a friction pad on the inside to keep your stuff safe. It's fully custom made to your measurements at a price point around $2,000. Over at the Garmin booth, we checked out their X series dive computers. So the X50 launched last year, and this year they have launched the X30. They are both large format dive computers who don't have all the sports features, but easy to read display and easy to navigate dive computers. They got GPS to mark your entry and exit, and the X50i even adds maps so you can navigate to the dive site. The X50i also have the subway air integration, which ties into the whole ecosystem, and it even links to the new S1 Surface Marker buoy, which shows you distance, direction, and you can track back to the buoy with underwater navigation. Quite cool. A look at the waterproof booth, and I'm impressed with both their wetsuit and dry suit design. It really is nice suits to look at. But what really fascinated me was the FlexLock ring system. The FlexLock is a soft, flexible ring that lets you change seals from a standard silicone wrist seal on a dry suit to a dry glove system within minutes without any tools. And as you can see here on the video, it's really so simple that you can do it on your own. The DiveVolk booth, we revisited a wild and crazy idea from last year's show that's now ready for the market. Internet underwater, the SeaLink underwater smartphone data transmitter. The concept is simple: an antenna floating at the surface connecting to data via an internet SIM card, and then a 100 feet, 30 meter cable that you plug into your DiveVolk housing. This even works with an ocean refill face mask where you can plug in a microphone connected to it, so you can really be streaming live videos underwater. DiveVolk already tested this with a 30-day underwater live stream in China with an NGO live streaming corresponding. DiveVolk also showed us a bunch of other cool accessories to the housing that we're going to take a closer look at later on. At the SEAC booth, we checked out a new fog-free mask, and this honestly surprised me. This is a double plasma anti-fog treatment of the mask glass, which means it shouldn't wear off. That's at least what they're stating. So we tried to spray this mask with a fog gun on the show, and it doesn't take up any of the fog compared to a traditional mask that fogs up straight away. I cannot wait to try this out in the water. That was a quick look of the most interesting new products at the DEMA Show 2024.